you know, it'll be funny, wouldn't it, if we just tell, you know, this certain individual to go and stroke Hayden. Yes, stroke a human being, because that's something you do. It's perfectly normal, you know, just stroke your local human. Hey guys, what is going on? It is me, HaydoHD here. Welcome back today for a brand new video. Today, guys, we are going to be doing something a little bit different. Today, guys, we are going to be doing... What was that? Hey, for the boys. Alright, guys, so as you can probably tell from the title, this video is going to be 5 things that I hate. Alright, guys, so I rolled out of bed this morning thinking, you know, I'm not really feeling Minecraft that much today, so I don't really feel like doing a Minecraft video. And then I was going to try and do a COD video, and then, well, number 1, my internet is terrible, and number 2, so am I, so that wouldn't have really worked out very well either way. So I just decided that why not just do a simple vlog. So as you can probably tell, this is going to be 5 things that I hate. So starting off with the first thing that I hate, and this has bothered me my entire life. I cannot run away from this fear or hide at all. Alright, this is something that it's just in my head, and it'll probably stay with me until the day I die. And oh my gosh, do I hate it. But it's not something you can avoid, really. Okay? I have got severe, like when I say severe arachnophobia. Nah, spiders just get me. Like, they absolutely get me. Like, I can't anymore. Like, spiders are just reckless creatures. Like they're just reckless. They are, just, aren't they? Bloody hooligans. They are hooligans. They're absolute hooligans. Like, legit, if they're underneath my bed, they just run through, and now they're underneath my desk. So, like, I'm like, what the hell was that? And then they're just like, oh, just a little teaser, mate. And then they just like running around the circles in my chair. And I'm like, what is this? And I just die. In that moment, I die. Every time I die when I see a spider. The other day, I saw a spider, and it was probably about the size of me. So I'm like, what? Like 5'6" maybe? And this spider was like, I don't know. He was about 5'3", let's say. He was about 5'3". He was bloody ginormous, mate. And he's just sitting on the wall. And he's just like, "You right, mate? You right?" And I'm like, "Get the bloody fuck out of my room!" I can't deal with them. I can't deal with them. And my dad's just like, "Mate, you're just gonna have to grow out of it." And I'm like, "Grow out of it?" And I'm like, "Dad, what are you scared of?" And he's like, "I don't know, snakes." Yeah, pretty irrational fear though. Like, snakes, like, maybe if you like pop over to bloody Ghana and back, you know, maybe, you know, a snake will be waiting for you. But to think that in this house right now, like, I've got my bed here, I got my desk here, I got my sofa over here, I got bloody gerbil over here, mate. There is a spider in this room. There is at least one spider in this room. That sends shivers down my spine. Like, that's absolutely horrible to think of. And then again, the fact that, I'm not sure if this is actually true, but I've always been told this, that like, in your entire lifetime, like, you swallow 8 spiders whilst you're asleep. Nah, it's pretty sick though, isn't it? Like, you eat spiders. That's just grim. That's absolutely grim. I imagine you woke up mid... Oh! Okay, I'm just going to move on from this. This is absolutely disgusting, and I don't want to think about it anymore. Alright, guys, so moving on... Oh my god. Okay, guys, so moving on to the second thing that I absolutely hate. Alright, here we go. I don't like being touched. Now, before you do anything, or jump to any conclusions, I don't like being touched by other people. You know, it's kind of a given. You know, you don't like being touched by other people. I don't like being touched by other people. And recently, in my DT class, so my design technology class, there's a certain individual who shall not be named. So at our like workstation now, we're doing like, what's it called, like CAD CAM like designs and stuff. So like computer aided design and computer aided manufacturing and things like that. So we're using like some software to kind of like look at our own we can make things that can be 3D printed and things like that. So we're in like this computer room, and we've got my friend Joe over to my left, and then me, and then we've got my mate Charlie and my mate Billy. All right, and besides Billy, we have the certain individual. Let's just call him. You know, let's just call him. Alright, let's just not call him anything. Right, so this all came about when good old Billy, this geezer, absolute mug, decides, you know, it'll be funny, wouldn't it, if we just tell, this certain individual, to go and stroke Hayden. Yes, stroke a human being, because that's something you do. It's perfectly normal, just stroke your local human. Man, like I'm not a dog, You can't just go up to someone and just stroke them. That's not how it works, mate. So anyway, so this kid just comes up to me, and I feel something on my back, and I'm like, what is this? And he's just like, you right there, mate? Hey! And I was like, mate, what are you doing? Like, why are you touching me? And I was like, can you not, please? All right, can you not? And he's just like, hi, and he strokes me again, and I'm like, mate, what are you doing? And I didn't notice this because no one else noticed that he was just stroking my back, and I was like, I've had it, I've absolutely had it with you, mate. So I'm like, just stop it, and then I look over, and Billy is just pissing himself. He's on the floor, he's dead, and I'm like, why would you do this, mate? And then of course, after that, he moves on. This kid, I've now just pretty much been, like, bloody raped. And this kid's just smiling in the corner. Billy's laughing. And the rest of them are just, like Charlie and Joe are just, like, they don't even know what happened. And then, of course, flipping Billy, good old Bill, gets his personal assistant to go groom up Joe. This is turned into a weird video. Anyway, he goes and strokes my friend Joe, and I'm like, mate, what are you doing? And then Joe goes bloody mental, and I'm like, why are you doing this? Like, why? And that's the thing I hate. I hate people who just do weird things like that, because odds on, odds on, I don't know, licking a cat. No, actually no. Odds on licking a brick wall. I'd lick a brick wall, if odds on came to it. I'm no pussy when it comes to odds on, So, I mean, yeah, I'd probably do it. I'd probably lick, like, a brick wall or something. But then it's like, go and stroke this guy's back. What the hell? Especially wasn't even odds on either. It's just like, just go and stroke him. He's like, yeah, sure. You don't stroke people, bruh. I guess that's the second thing that I hate. People stroking me, and just overall weird people who just do stuff for the experience. I just don't like that. Alright guys, and for the third thing that I hate, it's gotta be cyclists. Now, I don't drive, obviously. I'm a kid, I don't drive. Yeah, so for me, like, I never really understood the the frustration like drivers get for cyclists. But then, whilst riding shotgun, I have noticed that cyclists are just bloody annoying. They are just downright irritating. I don't like them. I just do not like cyclists, because this is pretty much the story of the cyclists we met yesterday. All right, so this guy, we're in the whip, the Lambo, we're bombing it down, listening to KSI's Lamborghini, it sets the scene, we're in the Lambo, obviously we got to be listening, repping KSI. So, we're just bombing it down, me and my dad, bow, Lamborghini, Lamborghini, bitch, I know you see. Okay, I think you get it. So we're just in the Lambo, just speeding it down, taking a nice cruise, joyriding. Anyway, we're just cruising in the Lambo. We're starting to get off topic now. And this cyclist is just next to us, alright? And we're like, oh, can you just move, yeah? So obviously, it's like a narrow road, and then there's cars coming one way. We're on the lane, and there's this cyclist who's just fat. He's just a fat guy. And we're trying to get around him, obviously you can't, oh, bloody hell. Obviously you can't, if there's, moving traffic coming the other way, you can't just, pop middle lane, well, not even middle lane, just, pop middle of the road and then back in again. So obviously we couldn't do that because there's moving traffic on the other side of the road. It was quite busy. And then this cyclist, he can see that we're just trying to like move round him, all right, and he's been overtaken by like the two cars that were in front of us. And then this cyclist pretty much just looks at us and he's like, oh, I see what you're trying to do it. I'm just gonna pull out in the middle of the road. This guy is now in the middle of the road. You got a fat geezer going like, what, 5 miles per hour? You're pretty sick, mate. We're in the Lambo. We want to bomb it. Like, we want to go 120, like, down the motorway. And this kid is just like, yeah, sure, man. Just on the way back from bloody Sainsbury's. Picked up a fucking sandwich. Like, what the hell? Get out of the road. And I bloody hate this. And my computer has gone to sleep. I just hate that, you know. There's a pavement for a reason, you know. Where I live, for some reason, there's not a lot of like cyclist lanes or anything. I mean, there's a few, but I mean, there's not like a lot. And seeing as this was a narrow road, obviously, you know, there wasn't any space to. And I mean, if it's a narrow road anyway, why would you be on a bike on the road? There's a pavement either side. And I'm like, well, what the hell? All right, so we're like, okay, finally. Oh, gosh. Finally, traffic dies down on the other side. We overtake this guy, and we're now sitting, you know, comfortably. And then we hit a red light. So, alright, we'll stop. And then this cyclist apparently just got really, really mad at us. And he was just like, I'm just looking in the mirror, the back mirror, and this geezer's like, you bloody what, son? And I'm like, mate, what is wrong? And my phone's just gone off. And I'm like, what's wrong? We just overtook you because you're slow as hell, alright? So we're waiting at the traffic lights, you know, revving it up in the Lambo. And then this guy just goes straight past us, alright? Bear in mind that this is now like, you know, like the roads where it's like either way, so like this lane stops and then cars go here, and then this lane stops and cars go here and here, and vice versa on the other side. I probably made no sense, but anyway, this was one of the ones like where there's 3 lanes, one to turn right, one to go straight over, and one for the other cars to come in, if you get what I mean. So we were on one of those. Pretty much, once like there's a red light, like cyclists should stop, because if not, then there's either people coming across, or there's cars going straight across, or they're turning. So it's pretty dangerous. So you want to stop. You want to stop at a red light. Evidently, you know, you want to stop at a red light. So this guy just looks at us and he's just like, "Yeah, that's right. Caught you up." And I'm like, "What are you doing, mate? Like, it's not a race, but we just wanted you to move out of the way." And then pretty much this guy stares at us. He's just giving us the death stare, and he goes straight into the middle of the road. That's too clever. It just is, you know. R.I.P. cyclist. Pretty much, he's just staring at us on his little wagon, and then pretty much car stops jamming in front of him, slams on the brakes, and then hoots his horn. And this cyclist just like, oh my god, he was like so shaken up. And I was like, why on earth did you go? You didn't even look either side. You were staring at us. Like, he was just admiring the Lambo, to be honest. But and then he just went straight over, and I was like, oh my gosh, mate, like, why? Like, we weren't trying to like overtake you. And I was like, oh my goodness. So then he caused like a tremendous like stop in traffic, and it was really slow after that, and oh my god. So yeah, number 3, things I hate: cyclists. They just piss me off. Grr. And thank you so much for watching. Hope you did enjoy this video. If you did, absolutely destroy that thumbs up button. I thought I might do something a little different, and I enjoyed it so much. I really want to just sit in front of the camera and just do this for you guys, because I feel so comfortable in front of the camera, and I'm just thinking, you know, you guys really like me, you know, doing my videos and just talking to you guys, and it's great, really. And you know, I'm really happy that you guys like me as a person. So yeah, hopefully these short funny videos and Q&As are really something that you guys like, and if you do, I'll continue on with it. But of course, Minecraft will be on the channel. It's just today I wasn't really feeling it, and I just thought I kind of want to talk to you guys, so why not? Here are 5 things that I hate, so you guys know a little more about me. Thank you all for watching. Catch you in the next one. See you. you guys. Peace!